Mike Zampelli possesses something in leadership that very few people possess, and that is the sincerity of the organization he's leading. In my 50-plus years of leadership in Washington County, surrounding states, and even statewide, Mike Zampelli is the finest leader I have ever worked with.
Mike Zampelli's leadership has allowed Goodwill to grow in many aspects. I came on to the board 4 years ago, and at that time, Mike was very instrumental in mentoring me as a board member, number one, but the whole transition of Goodwill and maybe the merger with the Monocacy Goodwill and his oversight of that and bringing that back to the board strengthened Horizon Goodwill. The new leadership that Mike has brought into Horizon Goodwill and John McCain strengthened, bolstered our commitment, our mission, our values that we support here at Horizon Goodwill.
So Mike's very passionate, and again, he's very quiet in his approach, but he's someone who doesn't like to take a lot of credit for his ideas. But whenever we get stuck or we're in group think as a board, we always look to Mike, and he's always the last one to speak. And again, he's very quiet, and he'll just kind of sit back and take it all in. And just when we think, okay, we found one direction, or we found one way that we're going, Mike will step back and he'll say, well, how about this instead? And he completely throws a curveball to all of us, and it's something that we didn't think of before, and he'll be able to quickly change the direction of the approach, or just kind of really drive home that we didn't think about it this way because everybody was too busy talking to each other in groupthink, so I'm going to step back, take it all in, and I'm going to throw a completely different approach at you instead. And usually he's right, but I don't like to admit that too much. But there's not too often where Mike actually gets it wrong.
Well, he was asked to join the Goodwill board, I think about 8 years ago. And we both knew that Goodwill was wonderful for our community, and quite honestly, I thought that we would just give our items and that's how Goodwill made money. I didn't realize, nor I don't think Mike realized, until we came to our first award ceremony, all the wonderful things that they do for individuals to make such a positive change in their lives.
So one thing you learn about Mike Zampelli from the very beginning is he's a big picture kind of guy. He realizes that Goodwill is a part of our wider society, and our society changes, and that means Goodwill has to change as well. So he saw the need for us to change our mission service delivery in order to more effectively serve the people in our communities. One of the biggest first steps to that was that we needed to look at our mission, vision, and values. So he created a task force comprised of a lot of folks to make sure that all of the various stakeholders were represented when we looked at what we were doing going forward. We had some long discussions, we had some contentious discussions, but he always brought us back to getting the mission accomplished. Because of that, we now have mission, vision, and values that can serve as the blueprint for everything we do going forward. When we have our staff meetings and we have a hard decision or we have a contentious decision, we can point at that poster and say, this is who we are. This is how we're going to make this decision, and this will keep us true to our values going forward.
I'm extremely proud of Mike and all of his accomplishments and how he has worked for the community. We moved here in 1980, and with raising 3 kids and working full-time, he's always taken time to give back to the community in some way or another.
I will say that, Mike, I can't think of anything, any person who deserves this more. I'd also like to say that we're going to miss you. It's going to be tough without you. Congratulations.